one of the strangest things that I can think has really ever happened to me the other day. My daughter and I were on a little bike ride. We were riding along and she had a little bag of sweets with her and she wanted to stop to get a sweet out. So I said, alright then. So we stopped and we was on the way to a park that we were going to, and we was cutting through, because if you go around the roads it takes bloody ages, but if you cut through the little alleyways to go through the streets, through the houses, blah blah blah, you go straight there. So it was in this little alleyway thing, house there, to get onto the next street. We stopped in the middle of this alleyway. There was a window of the house. She's going through her bag, getting her sweets out, and we could hear someone's voice. And we could hear what sounded like me. She said, "That's you." I said, "What? Me?" So we listened. Now this window, it was like a frosted glass window, little one, with a top thing opened. Frosted glass, that's probably a bathroom. And we were quiet, we listened, and it was me. It sounded like the video I'd done a few days ago, well, weeks ago now, video I'd done a few weeks ago of a Schumacher Pro 28 Nitro car that I got going and took it for a test run. Sounded like the test run video. So I was listening and it was me. Now that got us thinking. She said, people sit there on the toilet and watch you, Dad. And I thought to myself, blimey, people take their phone or whatever it is they watch to the toilet. They sit on the toilet and watch YouTube or watch me on the toilet. So not only what are the chances of us stopping outside a window and then hearing somebody watch me, well that's pretty incredible, but the fact they were on the toilet at the same time, strange. But it got us wondering, how many people, where do you watch, where do you go when you watch YouTube, you know? Do you love it that much? Do you like watching me that much? Or any other videos or anything? That you actually, when you decide you need to go to the toilet, you take it with you. You know, you don't put it down, go and do your business and come back and continue watching. You take it with you, dear. It got us thinking. So I want to know from you lot, the strangest question I've ever asked anybody. When you watch me, these videos, do you watch me on the toilet? Do you actually watch me on the toilet? I'm not going to give away too much of the house or whatever, but you know, you may know you are. If so, you know, I just think that's bonkers. And the chances of us stopping outside that house, outside that window, at that time when somebody was watching one of my videos, blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. And sometimes it blows my mind to think that people around the world are watching me. But there we go. Anyway, I thought you'd just like to sort of just hang around with me today, doing little bits and bobs. I've got some parcels and some cars and that to post away. We've got this Hebeo Hyper 7, which has got to go in the post office today. So that will be going ASAP as soon as I get the chance. A lot of other stuff to tidy up, bits and bobs to do. I've also got, I need to find, I have got some long tall body posts for a Savage somewhere, in a box somewhere, and I need to find the long tall body posts, because the ones that come with the Savage for a normal shell are only sort of that long, you know, quite short, and I need the longer ones because I need to extend it, because I've got a different shell that I want to put on my Savage and it needs long. So I'm going to be hunting around for those, but they're bound to be somewhere in one of these boxes or whatever else. So yeah, there we go, you lot. I don't know. I've never taken a phone or a tablet or computer, anything, into the bathroom before. It just seems, that's mad. It's mad. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes, you know, you're watching telly or something, and you can't pause it. If it's normal TV, I know some tellies these days you can pause live TV, can't you? It just records, it's mad. But you're waiting for the break, oh, I need to go. And you're waiting for the break, and as soon as the break comes on, whew, you're in the toilet, and you quick as you can, and come back before it starts again. Yeah, whatever, fair enough. But taking it with you, it just seems a mad concept to me. I'm not knocking you if that's what you do, man. You can watch my videos wherever you want to watch them. I don't mind. Watch them upside down, hanging off the side of your house if you want to. I don't mind what you do. But no, it's mad. Anyway, let's go and do some stuff. Alright, you lot, got a little bit of spare time on me, bit of a lunch break today, a little bit of a lunch break. So I've got the car, that buggy in the boot, and I thought, you know what, let's fire it up. I'll just see if it's going to run alright, because I like I like it when things go wrong with these buggies, because it seems to trigger a load of people that just know everything about everything. But I don't really know what happened to it the other day. I reckon probably it's just one of those things. We got ourselves a bit of a temperamental engine with this one. It's probably the most temperamental engine that I've had, well, ever. All my other Nova engines are perfectly fine, and things like that. Red's engines, they're fine. It's this one B3 which is a little bit temperamental. But we're warming it up, and I'm gonna just let it run, just do a tank or two through it, see what happens. So I think I probably did give it a bit too much stick of it not being ran in properly just yet. That's probably why it had the ump a little bit. So see you in a minute. I don't reckon that glow plug's any good anymore. I think that's part of the problem. The glow plug. Might be wrong. You never know. I'm wrong about everything. Running alright now with without the glow starter in it. To start with, every time I took the glow starter off, whatever, it just conk out, which is an indication that that glow plug isn't any good. It's running out, it's getting worn out. But now it's warmed up properly, it's actually running really well without the glow starter in. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll leave it running for a bit. Got half a tank in it. We'll let it do that half a tank and see what happens. I wanted to give it a little bit of a drive, but I left it running while I was doing some other stuff. I've got some other stuff here with me. I was doing some other stuff and I just left it running, and didn't realise how low the tank was getting. And then it's run out, and I haven't got any more nitro with me, so I'm not going to be able to give it a little drive. Stick a little bit of that down in there. Running really well now though, so I think the plug was a bit dicky, maybe, I don't know, but it seems to be running okay now. It's just done two tanks of nitro, sitting there with a fast tick over. It's a lovely little engine, really. I know I say it every time. I always say it's a lovely little engine, and then it something happens to it, but it is. And I'll tell you what, once it gets going, once it's had its little strop and it's going, it is really, really powerful. It is a very powerful little engine. That little B3. I don't know if all B3s are the same, but that one, it really is. That's why I was saying the other day, once it gets going, it's got some bloody oomph in it. Anyway, that's it. I've got nothing else. That is it. That is it. That's a chainsaw. It's got very, very similar engine in it to a lot of petrol RC cars. So this might be of use to some of you lot. A friend of mine dropped this off and he wanted me to have a look at it for him. I owed him a favour, so I'm having a look at this for him. The issue with it, well, he put a new coil on it so it now runs because it didn't have any spark. He's put a new coil on it so that runs, but it doesn't matter what you do. You've got the low jet there and the high jet and a tick over screw there, but it runs very, very fast, and the symptoms of it not having enough petrol, it's running a little bit lean. That could be the diaphragm in that carburetor's gone a bit brittle, which will be a bloody nuisance if it has. I don't know if I've got any diaphragms, but let's take the cover off and then we can get to the carburetor and we can have a look at that. This might be useful for some of you lot that have got petrol RC cars, because you've got very, very similar carburetors on them. So usually I would do this type of thing on the other channel where I mend chainsaws, hedge trimmers, lawnmowers, etc, etc. But I reckon some of this might be useful for you lot. So you need to make sure that the throttle is shutting all the way, which it seems like it is. Tick over screw is there. We get the little screwdriver and we zoom in a little bit. That's a tick over screw, and we've got the low and the high. Well, I can see. Well, it's nice to see you're still hanging around. If you are still here, well, you must be if you're watching this. Because if you're not watching it, then I'm talking to nobody, aren't I? That might well be the case. Oh well. I've had a bloody busy day. But now and again, I went indoors and had some lunch and done some other bits and bobs. Checked on the old computer. Read a few comments and things. And something occurred to me. Lately, I've had an incredible amount of comments where people are saying that I've managed to, I don't know whether that's a bit, did I just knock that old wire then? Yeah, it's incredibly dodgy this nowadays. People are saying that with my help they now have their Nitro car up and running, and it's running bloody well, and they were losing confidence, they were losing the will to bloody live until they came across my videos and I helped them. that seems to be, there's a little bit of a trend with that. So, you know, if that is true, that's brilliant. And I know somebody who, well, I know two people in fact. I know one person who owns an RC shop. He's having increasing demand for Nitro models. And I know someone else who works in an RC shop. He's a mechanic in an RC shop. And they're having increasing demand to buy brand new Nitro models. People asking for them. And also people bringing in Nitro ones. Whereas before they would sort of, not turn them away, but they'd say, sorry, we haven't, you know. They sort of, yeah, basically they'd turn them away. And I've said to him, I said to him before, I said, you're a knob, turning them away. Why are you turning people, you know, they want to get their Nitro car running. I can understand, I can understand that it takes time, and then you give it to them and they don't know what they're doing, so they got to bring it back and say it's not done properly. I understand all that. But they want to learn, so why do you turn Nitros, when they bring them in to be repaired, why do you turn them away? And I think he thought about it. And he said now, there's people just keep bringing them in and saying, look, I've had this for a while, but it's been in the shed, I can't get it to start like it used to. Can you get it started for me so that then I know that it runs and then I can carry on from there? And they've been getting so many Nitro cars running that people have had in sheds and lofts for them, you know. And apparently not many of them come back. Or if they do come back, they just come back to buy some Nitro, or they come back to buy a new one. Do you know what I mean? They got back into Nitro again. And I think that's brilliant, you know. I don't think, I mean, you lot probably watch more YouTube than I do. I don't really watch YouTube, believe it or not. I just don't have the time. I do now and again sit down and I watch sort of 10-15 minutes here, there, maybe on my lunch break or before work or something like that. But other than that, I don't really spend all my time making videos to go on YouTube. I don't really watch it. So is there many channels out there that kind of explain things like I try to? Because I try to explain things to you so that you can do it. I think probably a lot of channels, a lot of people, they might not do that. They might go through the methods and show you them getting an engine running. But do they explain it? I don't know. I'm asking you the question. From you, you're the viewer of the tube of views. So is there many people, many channels around that do that kind of thing? I'd love to know. Well, I've got the beast back on the bench now. After 2 tanks of Nitro going through it. And can't find any reason to doubt anything on it. It's perfect. I wanted to give it a bit of a drive today, but as I said, I completely forgot. Well, I knew it was running back. I knew it was running back there, but I just, you know what it's like, I was busy doing other stuff and all of a sudden I heard it go me, and I was like, it's run out of Nitro. I only bring enough for a couple of tanks. I didn't bother filling up the bottle. But anyway, happy days. That seems to be running quite well. Next time I'll go and use it, I don't know. I don't really film anything of any track because, well, it's all private and not really my type of thing. Maybe one day, but not for now. So, Nova B3, back up and running as usual. Hopefully, I've managed to annoy a lot of people. Maybe not. Who knows? I'll catch you later.